want to welcome everyone to the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship second round post-game press conference this afternoon from the Moody Center here in Austin, Texas. Our first press conference will feature number 1 seed University of Texas, who advances to the NCAA Final 16 next weekend in Birmingham with their 65-48 victory today over number 8 seed Illinois. Texas will take a 33-3 record into that Final 16 matchup. The format for today's press conference, and we welcome everyone here in Austin, our media turnout here in Austin, as well as those folks who are joining us via Zoom for this press conference. The format, again, will be an opening statement from head coach Vic Schaefer, and that will be followed by questions asked to the student athletes. After we ask the student athletes questions, and we will begin those with questions from the media here in Austin, and then I'll go to the folks who are joining us in Zoom. After the student athletes are finished with their portion of the press conference, about 8 minutes or so, we will then dismiss them and take questions for head coach Schaefer. The student athletes, as you can see, who are joining us here on the podium for Texas will be sophomore guard Madison Booker, senior guard Shea Hawley, and junior guard Jakalenga Wenentanda. The locker rooms will open once Texas does come here to the podium, so you will have access to the locker room as a member of the media while they're here on the podium. For those of you who might be joining us remotely, thank you for that. If you do have a question that you'd like to ask the players from Texas and Illinois and the 2 head coaches, please use the raised hand function, and I will call on you during the press conference. Again, we expect Texas to be coming out of the locker room within the next few minutes, so please stand by. Just so you know that Illinois is scheduled to bring freshman guard Barry Wallace and graduate forward Kendall Bostick to the press conference. Texas is on their way down, folks, to the press conference, and their locker room will now be open for the next 30 minutes. can't, no. Are we okay with this order? What do we want?
Yeah, he just wants one more.
No, we don't have room.
You might be able to.
We don't have this placard. Who's the next person coming?
Coach Schaefer, you don't have enough seats up here to add the floor.
We're good. Come on up.
Move all these down.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
Can you sit right here?
Of course.
I don't want to have Coach sit in this chair.
I know, he is very
No, Coach,
antsy.
that's it. Congratulations, Coach. You sit right there.
Coach, is it right?
Are we
We'll
okay?
try to bring Rory in.
Okay, well,
Okay.
let's see. We can grab her out in the hallway
Yeah,
later.
she's coming. Yeah, come on. We're good.
Damn, I'm shaking this whole thing.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Can't mess with the
Ryan.
linens.
Come fix this, please.
There you go. Thank you.
All right, folks, we want to welcome you back to our NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship second round post-game press conference. We are now joined by a large contingent of University of Texas student athletes and head coach Vic Schaefer. Sorry for shuffling things around a little bit, but we would like to, we organized yet here with Rory?
She's not here yet, but that's
All right,
okay.
Rory
We'll
Harmon will be
start.
joining us, but right now we've got Coach Schaefer with sophomore guard Madison Booker, senior guard Shea Hawley, junior guard Jackalenga Wenintanda.
Very good, Barb.
I've been practicing, Coach. I've been practicing.
Excellent.
First of all, congratulations, seriously, on the victory today. Coach, if you could start with an opening statement, please.
Yeah, man, just giving God the glory for number 33. I serve an incredible Lord. He's blessed me with an incredible team. That team was really, really focused today. I was really proud of their prep to have to play a really good Illinois team on one-day prep. After, we knew we didn't just have our best night the other night. But, again, a lot of that had to do with being off 2 weeks. But we don't ever try to sugarcoat things or make excuses around here. We're pretty accountable, but just really proud of our team. I thought they came out the first half and really established themselves and did what we wanted to do. We only had 3 turnovers. The reason I want Rory in here is because she runs our team, but she really set the tone today defensively on one. We have so much respect for those guards at Illinois as well as Bostic inside, but we knew that we had to really get on one a little bit and try to establish, ourselves defensively because we didn't do a very good job of that the other night. And Rory has done that her whole career. Again, I say it, I'll challenge anybody that wants to challenge me. You do what she does, picking up 94 feet in the press, running our offense. If that ain't the best defensive player in the year, I don't know who is. So she's somebody that we lean on for so much, and she wants to do so well. And so she's like me. She wears, she's like me. She wears her feelings on her shoulders and just takes so much responsibility. And so you're late. I've been praising you for 18 minutes. But she just, there's no one like her. And, again, it's why we've won like we've won here at Texas, because it has started with her. And, again, you're welcome to show me anybody else because I don't think there is that person. And she creates so many issues. That's 7 assists today, 2 turnovers, 4 steals, and runs our team. And so Jock having a career day, if she'll stay within herself and just do things that we know she's capable of doing, she can do that. And I thought tonight, again, when I can play her, it opens up the playbook for me for some other players, mainly this one. And so the 4-guard lineup has helped us some, but tonight I thought when Jock came in, things really changed for us. And Booker went on a little run. We got her some really good looks. I thought she was really good today. Obviously 9 for 18 with 6 rebounds. She, too, had 2 steals. Had a breakaway layup off of a steal out top. And so, again, I thought our team was locked in. They were focused. A little bittersweet today. Shea, it's her last game in Austin. Been here 5 years. She and I have won a lot of games together. We have we've had a lot of good times. She doesn't have a bad day. Coach Conrad's in the back there, and I know she appreciates, like I do, those kids that come into the gym every day with a smile on their face. They're low maintenance. They go to class. They just take care of their business. And yet they bring something to the table, and they work. And that's Shay Holly. All she's done is helped us win. And it doesn't matter in what capacity. She's just a winner. But she's a great teammate. She's a great Longhorn. She's just somebody that you don't run into very often in your career, as far as when I say the attitude, the work ethic every day, no bad days, no frowns, just everything about her. And, you'll miss that when you're a coach. You miss those kids that come in every day and are like that. But I appreciate her. I know our team appreciates her. And she's really impacted the University of Texas women's basketball program. And, again, you have to give her credit. She's made herself into a Big 12 all-defensive team player, and now an SEC player and a difference player. And so, again, proud of our team. On to the next one. I'm excited to take this group to Birmingham. This is one of my better teams, y'all, and that's why I want it so bad for them. We've got enough. And so I'm excited to have a chance to go play again.
Thanks, Coach. And we're going to stay with questions here in the room unless I see anyone online that would like to ask a question. Use the raise hand function online. First, we're going to start with Danny Davis, Austin American-Statesman. Danny?
Rory, since Vic just gave such a passionate defensive view, I'm kind of wondering, did you enter this postseason at all with a chip on your shoulder, since you weren't a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year, only honorable mention on the All-American team? Do you have anything to prove this postseason?
Yeah, I'm completely honored to be on that list with the players that are on there as well, because there's some great players and great defensive players, and it's great to see that people can see my effort on the defensive end. And but I take pride in defense. Like, that's just my thing. Like, it's been like that forever. And coming to play for Coach Schaefer, who takes that same amount of pride, it means a lot to me. And but I'm gonna keep playing, and it's not just me; it's also my teammates. We've joined together, and we've been working a lot on our defense, and it was really great today. And but no, of course, it seems like I want to just play so hard, just knowing that I wasn't playing in that tournament last year. It just means a lot to be playing again. So yeah.
Yes, please state your name and affiliation before your question.
Isa Maida, the next. Hi, Jack. As coach, had a career day for you. How does it feel for you to see a standing ovation for you as you checked out of the court, and the success and recognition you're getting today?
I mentioned this the other day. Moody is an awesome environment. Y'all saw it today, but they've always been here, and it's just awesome to always be around them and to play and have that home court advantage. And also to know that my family's there supporting me in the crowd as well. So I'm just out there having fun.
Sam Ferris from Fansided. Maddie, you had 4 turnovers in the last game, and you only had 2 tonight. What did you do over the last day and a half to really lock in and make sure you're focused for today?
I don't know. Same thing. I just, had to be smarter. I'm kind of mad I did get them do those 2 turnovers in the fourth quarter. In locker room, I was kind of fake crying to Coach Schaefer about it. But yeah, I just think that today I made better decisions with the ball, just passing the ball to my teammates, being more aware. I think I just seen the fourth quarter, I got a little a little lazy with the passes and stuff like that. And hey, it's better than 4 turnovers. It's 2 right now. We won't keep getting it down.
Yeah, Kirk Bowles from the Houston Chronicle. Jack, it seemed like your breakout moment. Do you feel that way? And are you scared now that your expectations that Coach Schaefer and your teammates have for you have just really gone through the roof?
No, I've never been scared. I've been prepared for this moment since day 1, freshman year preseason training. It's really just my teammates having the trust in me, and I'm having the trust in myself. Y'all just saw the most confident version of myself, and it's only up from here. This isn't the only game we have. We have Tennessee coming up, and I'm glad to make contributions, but I know, every game is a different lineup. Every game is a different scout. So just ready for the next one. And no, I'm not scared. I'm quite excited, actually.
Gary Carter, Ball is Life, Coach Schaefer. You got your team.
I'm sorry. We're taking questions for the players only right now, and then we'll have Coach once the players are dismissed. Thank you.
I got you. Ladies, your coach got you ready in less than 24 hours to get prepared. Talk about what it means to have somebody that gets you prepared for an environment like this and you still come out and play a top defensive game.
Yeah, I think we've all talked about it at some point. Like, our staff is unreal. The amount of time and energy and effort they put into our scouts, and not just our coaches, but our practice players as well. We have an 8 a.m. shoot-around today, and they're in our practice gym early going through Illinois sets and preparing for shoot-around so they can help prepare us, which I don't think you get that everywhere, and we appreciate that so much because they do get us so ready. Like, we feel so confident going into a game because we guarded every set against our guys, and if we're able to do it against guard them, then we feel really good going into the game. But it's really special, just the staff we have and the practice guys. They put a lot of time in, and we appreciate it a lot.
We have time for one final question for the student athletes. So Cedric Golden, Austin American-Statesman.
Yeah, for Rory and for Shay. Rory, first, what was your plan on one? Because she had a really good game the other night, and you guys kept her under wraps. And how exciting is it to be going to Birmingham where there's going to be some of the best guards, including yourselves, in the country in the same gym?
The plan on number one was, just to press them. They had 6 or 7. That was 6 or 7 players in their rotations they normally go through. And so we were thinking, okay, if we can wear them down a little bit, they might start making some mental lapses and turning the ball over quite a bit. So she was able to do that. And, when you pressure the ball, on the point guard, they're the ones that are kind of starting the offense. So if they can't get into that offense, then it kind of just messes up their offensive flow. And I think as a team that I was on the pressure in the ball and there's denials everywhere, we have our post players 100% perfectly hedging the ball screens and 3 people in help. So it just was beautiful defense today. So I'm just glad that it works out, and we should translate that to the next game. Yeah,
it's really exciting going to Birmingham. I think all of us were watching the Tennessee-Ohio State game last night. Obviously, Tennessee is very talented. They have a lot of people that they play different from this team. It'll be a different scout, but we'll be we'll be prepared for them too. But yeah, really exciting. It's going to be a lot of good basketball. It's going to be fun.
Ladies, can't thank you enough for your time this weekend. Congratulations again, and best of luck in Birmingham. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
As they exit the podium, just a reminder that the Texas locker room is open, and at the same time, Illinois' locker room is now open as well to the media.
I'm pretty sure some of them will.
All right, where's the microphones? Come in here. All right, we're going to now take questions for Coach Schaefer. First question back there. Please identify yourself and your affiliation, please.
Ryan Hopper, TSCB Sports. Coach, looking ahead to this Tennessee matchup, does having already played them this year inform your preparations for such a big game?
Well, I mean, they're obviously playing really well at a high level, and they're a unique team with a unique strategy. So, I feel like I've got the best point guard in the country, and I feel like Madison Booker's the second. She's 1 and 1A. When it comes to point guards, and I think you can throw Bree in there. I mean, those 3 are the best in my mind, and you're going to have to handle the ball. You're going to have to handle the ball against them, and they're going to try to do their thing. And so, I think we handled it pretty well here. I think we have a pretty good understanding of what they want to do and how they want to do it. They're a really good team, but you better have some guards when you go play against them. And, man, I love my guards. Like, I'm not trading them for anybody. Again, with Rory and Madison, you've got 1A and 1AA at point, and they just make really good decisions. And I think we had a great plan here. We had a knockdown drag-out with them, and I know our team will be confident, and so will I. And again, lot of respect for them. They've had a heck of a year and are playing really well. You go into Ohio State and beat them on their home floor. You got to respect that. It's hard to do. It's hard to go on somebody's home floor and win at this level. So we'll have to be ready to go.
Josh Newman from LoneStarLive.com. Vic, you spoke with a lot of conviction that you believe that this team has enough. Not that you didn't have enough with previous teams, but what is it about this team that you really feel this way going into Birmingham?
Well, I like the depth of my guards, and I love the size that I have inside. And, you know, if we can get half of what we got from Jakalinga today at the 4, we're just a different team. And so the playbook gets way bigger when I can play her Justice at the 4 for everybody else. When I go to the 4-guard lineup, the playbook gets a little bit smaller. Now, you might think, okay, well, what's that mean? I've seen your playbook. You know, it's a pretty big playbook. So it's not that small, but it does hinder me some. And so I just, you know, when Aaliyah went down, you know, we've just been ham and egging it, you know, so to speak there, and we found a way to win some games, and so I like this team because first it starts with your point guard. We obviously have an unbelievable All-American in Madison Booker. I mean, you saw it today. She is special, and then when you can go down there and have Taylor and Kai, not many people have that. So this is a team that I have a ton of confidence in, and I just, you know, I want it so bad for them. I have to catch myself sometimes because I want them to be perfect, and it ain't gonna happen.
David Eckert, Austin American-Statesman. Vic, what do you think went into turning them over 20 times today? I think they averaged 12. I know you've been talking a lot about Rory, but just team-wide, what went into that number?
You know, they are really good at pick and roll. And I watched a lot of film on them and people that defended them. And we spent a ton of time yesterday defending their bread and butter. And I think we gave up one pick and roll, but it wasn't to a 5-player. That's it, one time today. And that's their bread and butter. And so we felt like if we could take that away, we'd have a really good chance. And so I'm going to tell you, Taylor Jones and Kyla were so good today, y'all, in pick and roll defense. Way different than they've been maybe all year. But we really talked about it, and we really worked on it and made it a point of emphasis for them. But see, the key is not necessarily you got 2 people in that action, but you got 3 people in help. And you got to get those 3 in the right place. We had the 3 in the right place all day. And so I think when you took away their bread and butter, and then, again, Rory's out there, you know, bugging the crap out of one, and then our other guards are out there doing a nice job with ball pressure. It was just really hard for them to run their stuff, and they do. You know, Sean is a great coach. They do a nice job. They run a lot of really good stuff, but I thought we really did a good job of taking them out today.
Brown Horns 24/7. Vic, what does it say about your team that you're this successful and you're not getting much at all from the 3-point line?
Well, again, I think we can make those. We only took 5 today. You know, they didn't really give us that many. And again, it's a lot bigger deal to y'all than it is to me. You know, we're you know, we're a really good basketball team. And, you know, I take offense to the narrative, not in this room, but to the narrative that's out there. You know, we play a 3rd game in 15 hours at South Carolina, score 45 points, and all of a sudden the narrative is everybody's worried about my offense. I don't think anybody was talking about somebody's offense yesterday when they only scored X amount of points. It's such an unfair narrative to my kids Again, we don't make excuses, but this team's always going to have a chance because they're going to guard. They're always going to guard. And so I like my offense. I think we shot the ball well today. We got some great looks. We missed a lot. We missed a ton of good shots. And so we missed some layups. And so I think our kids are doing a really good job. You want to complain today about my offense, you can blame the fourth quarter on me. I was pulling them back a little bit because I wanted them to work the clock. And when you're up 22 or 3, I've always been that way. So you can blame the fourth quarter on me, but, it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. I think we've won 33 games, and it's worked pretty good.
We have time for one more formal question being asked here, but I know Coach Schaefer and Jeremy will coordinate things off the podium if you have follow-ups for Coach. Well, the last question will come from Cedric Golden from the Austin American-Statesman. Cedric?
So honored, Barb. So honored to be last. Vic, when you said Jacqueline needs to play within herself, what exactly does that mean?
Yeah, just, not trying to – she can get in trouble trying to do too much sometimes. Just today she took – other than the 3 balls she took great shots. They were within the offense. She drove the ball, finished at the rim. She made her free throws. She had 1 turnover. I've seen her come in and touch it 3 times and have 3 turnovers. So that's growth. And so, again – the kid's confident now. You can sit here and look at her. See, the kid, their confidence is not her problem, and I love that about her. You want kids that are fearless, and she qualifies. I just have to get her to pay attention sometimes to understand we have really good players on our team, and some of those players can get a better shot sometimes than the one she might take, or she just she's trying to do too much, and it's not a bad thing sometimes when you're trying to please or help somebody, but when she's just let the game come to her, I can't tell you how many times I heard Coach Blair say that, let the game come to you. And if you'll just let the game come to you sometimes, this is what happens. You're 7 for 10, you're 19 points, you're 5 out of 6 at the line, and had 1 turnover. It didn't hurt me on defense, did not hurt us. So, the other night she came in and she struggled defensively. And so it's hard. You're throwing a 3-player into a new position, and that's what we've had to do with her. And that's part of the ham and egging that I'm talking about. And she has really handled it fantastic, in my opinion. She's really been great. And so I'm proud of her. Happy for her that she's able to play as well as she did tonight. Obviously, our crowd loves her. And love to see her play well. And you know what? That's what being young and being a student athlete's all about, man. If you can have that happen one time in your life where you come off the floor and people acknowledge your greatness, man, that's special. So I really appreciate our fans today doing that for her, as well as our whole team. Those 4 seniors, they have done a lot here. And Shay, I'm as happy about the win for her as anything, because it's good to see her be able to go out like that. Man, God's good. Barb, you got
Coach,
dinner date, obviously, so we
no,
gotta go.
sir. I just want to thank you, obviously, always for your time, and congratulations to you and your team. Best of luck to you, sir.
Congratulations.
All right.
Is this it for you?
Oh, no. I'll be back, Coach, unless everybody
Okay.
throws me out, but
All right.
pretty soon.
Good deal.
Pretty soon.
All right.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Praise
left
the
to
Lord
go
and hook 'em
in the locker
horns.
room. Remember, Coach will be available with Jeremy out in the hallway. Give us 2 minutes, and we'll be set for Illinois momentarily. Thank you. Joined by the Illinois head coach, Shauna Green, and freshman guard Barry Wallace, graduate forward Kendall Bostic. They'll be in momentarily. For those of you that are joining us online, welcome. You will be called on if you do use the raised hand function. So if you do have a question for anyone from Illinois, please make sure to use the raised hand function. Again, the format will be an opening statement from Coach Green, followed by questions for the student athletes. Then they'll be dismissed. Then there'll be time to ask Coach Green for her portion of this press conference and her questions. Thank you. We'll just wait for Coach for just a quick second. Hey, Coach. Hey, have a seat. Of course. Folks, we are now joined by the University of Illinois for their portion of the second round post-game press conference. We will start with an opening statement from Coach Shauna Green. And Coach, obviously, congratulations on everything you've achieved this year. And can you just talk a little bit about today's game to start us off, please?
No, thank you. Just first off, credit Texas. They're a really, really good team. And we knew that coming in. We knew, a lot of the challenges that they were going to present, their pressure, their length, their athleticism, just size across the board. So just a really good team. But I'm really proud of our guys for, again, just how we fought. We were right there in the first. Just our second quarter really, really killed us. You can't score only 6 points against a team of this caliber. So, and then our third quarter was good, and we won the fourth. So, but again, what I love about this group and why they're so special is their resiliency, their togetherness, the mindset to just never stop playing. There was times there where they got up big, and we just kept our head down and continued to work, continued to fight, and went on a run there late. So special group. It's been a special journey, throughout this whole season. I could not be more proud of our team, of our senior group, who has just completely revitalized this program. And gotten us now to a place that we're sitting here today, and the round of 32, and we're there. Our next goal, our next step in this process with this program is we want to get to a Sweet 16. But this doesn't take anything away from this team, and these two to my right, and everyone in that locker room. Just so proud of them and absolutely love them to death, and that we have nothing to hang our head about.
Coach, thank you so much for that. We're going to now turn for the next portion of the press conference for questions for our two student athletes. Just your name and affiliation to start, please.
Barry Joey Wagner, Illini Inquirer. What makes Texas defensively so difficult to solve?
I think just like their physicality and knowing that they want to get downhill. They have a lot of good players, obviously, so they have a lot of people coming off the bench too, putting up numbers and being a good asset for their team. So just knowing that we have to be physical with them, and then obviously they have a lot of bigs down low. They're taller than us. So just guarding that and trying to push them out and not letting them get what they want.
Kendall Gioviselli from the Champaign News-Gazette. Just Coach referenced it, but that second quarter, what did you kind of see there that was able to flip the game in Texas's favor?
I think we just started rushing our shots. We took the first available shot we got, and sometimes that's what the other team wants. So I feel just kind of maybe we should have slowed it down. I feel like that was the quarter we got the most frazzled by their pressure. And I think in the third and the fourth we handled it a little bit better. But I think as a group we've got to be able on the court to calm ourselves down and actually get into the offense that we want, run it, look for all options, just not the first one kind of thing.
Sam Ferris, Fansided. Kendall, you played against one of the best front courts in the nation today, and you still put up 8 points and 8 rebounds. Can you talk a little bit about your mindset going into today?
Yeah, I mean, it's just honestly another game for me. I mean, I'm undersized in the Big Ten all the time, so I mean, it really wasn't like that big of a deal for me. They're definitely very talented. Like being able to have that rotation of both of them. I mean, I think it's pretty unique. Usually you got like a smaller one, but I mean, they're both just as big. So it was definitely a little taxing having one rotate after the other. But I mean, I thought I handled it pretty well. I did the best I could. And I mean, it was just I looked at it as another game.
The microphone is being passed over now, and we'll have some more questions for our two players momentarily.
Kendall, when you look at what Barry was able to do against some of the top competition nationally, including today, like what did you see from her in those big moments to hold her own as a freshman?
I think a lot of poise, and like I think the experience. I mean, she, like I said before, she's got thrown into the Big Ten play in our rotation. So just being able to rely on her and her have the confidence to do what she does, and you know she takes it like on her own. Like we're not setting it up for her. She's capable to, you know, drive downhill or make her create her own shot. So just to have that with her and be able to trust her to do that is huge. And I'm really proud of her. That I mean, she stepped up in big games when we needed her. So I'm really proud of her and really excited to see what she does from here on out.
Barry Giovaselli from the Champaign News-Gazette, just the moment, the tournament for you to have these two games, what can that do for you just in terms of experience and moving forward?
Yeah, I think we'll just use the experience from this year, me and Jazz, going to next year, just leading the team and knowing that we've played in big moments before and just taking that and not shy away from the big moments, just keeping poise and just being ready for what comes next year.
Do we have any other questions for either Kendall or Barry? Seeing none, ladies, thank you again. Congratulations on a fantastic season. Best to you in the future. Thank you for being with us. Yep. All right, Coach, we're going to turn the rest of the press conference over to you for questions.
The seniors that you guys have, but you look at who is coming back and who is coming in. What's the key to that younger group kind of stepping into the shoes that they've left?
Joey, I don't want to think about that right now, but fair question. No, you know this. I've been dreading that locker room talk for a long time with this senior group, and it was as hard as I thought it'd be. It was as emotional as I thought it would be. And then I also told, you know, obviously talk to our seniors, but really talk to our returners as well, and. You know, we learned a lot this year, whether people were playing or not. Obviously, you know, with Jazz and Barry playing a ton of minutes and just the expectations. And I told them we're going to be back and we're going to learn from this. And, you know, we're just going to continue to push forward. This is going to be a learning experience for them. They got a great deal of experience. And that's going to pay dividends as we go into next year. So, you know, really proud of obviously seniors, but really excited for the future of this program as well.
Shauna Giovaselli from the Champaign News-Gazette, just what do you think the legacy of this senior group will be, and what do you want it to be?
You know, I keep getting asked that question, and I don't do a good job explaining it because I just don't have enough words to articulate what they actually mean. Like, it's more of a feel. It's more of a, you know, when I'm in there and I just give them a hug, like that feel of just like everything we've been through and what they have done here is just, it's been absolutely amazing. I mean, if you know, I took this job, I think it was 3 years ago, 2 days ago to the day. And if you would have told me then, you know, that we'd be where we're at, you know, I don't know. I probably would have told you you're crazy. You know, I thought it would take some time and there'd be steps to it. But it was a senior group that came in and believed, and we kind of, you know, two stayed. We brought some other guys in. They bought in from the start. They worked every day. We went through a lot. No one ran. No one, you know, everyone just stayed, and they were loyal. They were loyal to our people. They were loyal to the university. They were loyal to the vision, and that's something very unique, especially nowadays. And for that, I'll just forever be grateful for them. And there's no doubt they left a legacy here. They put Illinois women's basketball back to being relevant and back to where we're now, you know, in NCAA tournaments. We won the first postseason championship last year with the WBIT. And this is their legacy is going to be left in in the culture and the standards and the way they worked every day and the way that they loved this program. And that's going to be something that our younger guys need to take and run with and let this propel us into just bigger and better things.
Coach David Eckert of the Austin American-Statesman. I guess I think you got to 20 turnovers today for, I think, the third time this year. What did they do to kind of cause those issues?
Texas defense. I mean, it's what they do, right? And what Vic is known for. And it's just the cumulative effect with it more so. And obviously, you know, we're playing 6 people right now and you know, really one true point guard. So that probably doesn't help it. But they're so strong and physical and long. So even when we got some open shots, I think, you know, you're thinking about it a little bit just because of their size and their length. We missed some layups when we got those. You can't miss layups. You can't miss some of those easy shots that we normally make against a team like this. So, you know, a ton of respect for how they play and how hard they play and the physicality with how they play the game. So, but it wears on you.
Sam Ferris, fan-sided. Coach, you held a really good team to 65 points. You've got to be proud of your team and your players. Can you talk about how you prepared them to go into this matchup after seeing Texas put up triple digits the other day?
Yeah, I mean, our one thing that, and I don't even think our defense was great tonight. I thought we did some things, and credit Texas, their size, you know, they would shoot over us sometimes. We wanted to try to keep them out of the paint and really be more physical with them to where they would just, I mean, Booker's so good. She just rises up. We had some great possessions defensively and, you know, and she just rises up and shoots over you. So elite players make elite plays and she's one of them and multiple players are. But I was really, you know, I thought our defense was really solid, which is what we hang our hat on is our defense and our rebounding. But again, you got to put the ball through the basket. And against a team that's so stingy defensively, those missed layups, you know, really, really hurt us. And then we missed some free throws too. We don't normally do that. So it's just, you got to play almost a perfect game offensively. And the turnovers didn't help. So.
Kirk Bowles from the Houston Chronicle. Of all the teams you've played this year, where does Texas stack up and what do you think of their chances?
Yeah, you know, it's funny because I was thinking that coming into it, and now after feeling them and you know, seeing it live and seeing that defense, and then actually we walked back and our staff, we were talking, I said, you think Texas can win it all? And we all said, yeah, I do. I think that, you know, they have the guard play, they have the size, their pressures, it's just different. Because even, you know, UCLA and USC, their size was the same, but they don't pressure you as much as what Texas does, which for a team, it just takes you out of your rhythm. It makes you think a little bit more. You can't run your stuff as freely. And obviously when you do that, that's a game changer. So I have nothing but respect, you know, for Texas, and I think they can go very, very far in this thing, no doubt about it.
Do we have any other questions for Coach Green? One more. We have time for one more question. Joey?
Sean, I just want to ask you about Barry, and you talked about the other 2 number 1 seeds, and she had good games there. And then today, like, what did she show you this year in those big moments against the length, the talent, the athleticism?
Yeah, just obviously her talent alone, but then the poise. And I've said this all along. She never gets too high. She never gets too low. And she doesn't, it's just the big moments almost the better for her, which is the sign of an elite competitor. And that's what Barry is. I mean, she was huge for us tonight. She's been huge for us all year. We do not have the success that we've had this year without Barry. And, you know, she just could not be more proud of her. I mean, you know, as a freshman to do what she's done, and she just continues to grow and get better every single day. But I just think her poise, the confidence which she's been playing with all year, you know, she's just an unbelievable player. Then someone that, you know, we're gonna really need, you know, as we go forward. And this year has just been awesome because she's gotten just such great experience overall on both ends of the floor and big moments, big games, obviously the NCAA tournament. So the sky's the limit for her, no doubt about it.
Coach Green, thank you so much. We really enjoyed watching your team play this week, and just congratulations on your successes this year, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.